So currently on Lifeline, what we're doing is we're packaging life jackets that are our NGOs. But one we really don't want to see is these fake life jackets. Now these fake life jackets are from the smugglers. The kind of mechanism of these life jackets came from Lesvos. And so in Lesvos, in the Syrian refugee crisis, the smugglers worked out how to make these cheap life jackets for €1 in little shops where most of the time children would make them. Now, what we've seen in the Libyan coast are these life jackets starting to appear. Over the crisis, we've started noticing that the design has changed. Now we're starting to see brand names, and we're starting to see names like Chanel and other things when more of the refugees come from Morocco and other educated areas. Like in Lesvos, they had Yamaxa or Yamaha, trying to represent the brand Yamaha. So basically it's trying to use the brand names to sell these as legitimacy. Now this one says life jacket for ship, which, you know, if you didn't own or didn't see a life jacket because you've been living in a landlocked country, you'd think it was legitimate. But if we take one apart, like even if you look in here, this is cut, and even down here, it's just stuffed in and it's not even done in a proper way. So we've just pulled it out from the pocket where this would be around a man, mainly or female, and then this is what they would have actually on the inside. So if you can see, we've got one panel, and that's two panels glued together. So the actual foam is so thick. Now you rip it apart, and that's what they've just done. Put a piece of foam, another piece of foam to make it feel full. But realistically, it's just three little bits of foam. Now when this goes in the water, because of this foam, it's got a lot more less density in it, and it starts absorbing the water. So commonly what actually happens is that the water gets in here and makes them heavy. So then when they get really heavy, they act like a little straitjacket, and it kind of constricts the people while they're trying to swim. So actually these life jackets and this foam actually drowns a lot of the migrants. The difference between having this little ply bit of plastic and actually having a legitimate life jacket that's full of proper material. If you can imagine, we're so thick, full of fake material, and then we actually have more material. So the difference in buoyancy is dramatic. This life jacket would actually save a life, whereas this life jacket here doesn't.